Yeah. Sorry, no, Lucy, finish your thought.
Oh!
Yeah.
I just knew that you couldn't see Nilüfer and know that she wanted to jump in.
I'm vigorously nodding to you.
Oh,
Yes.
got it. No, look, I mean, I think, yes, that part of that is correct. But the bigger thing here is, and I mean, look, this is the conversation we had a little earlier, right, about not siloing these things. The fact of the matter is that Donald Trump has shown us every version of Donald Trump there is, and actually we haven't seen them all. I'm sure there's many more versions to come. So yes, you're right, we should believe who he is and the things that he says, but at the same time, again, the reset button. Right? Donald Trump, the reset button. This is a complete and total, if there is going to be a referendum, it's a referendum on we're over this.
I just want to pick up on that and talk about sort of the rest of the world is actually waking up. So the French National Front leader, Marine Le Pen, who was a very, she actually endorsed and is a fan of Trump, has come out saying congratulations to the new president of the United States, Donald Trump, and the free American people. We've got people like Nigel Farage of the UK Independence Party, who's already been out tonight, and he said that this is bigger than Brexit for what the implications are for the wider world. Iran, Ayatollahs there, and Khomeini, who is the leader over there, spiritual reader, has said that he doesn't mind Trump. So to say that it's simple and that isolationism is going to mean that the world is going to shun America would be inaccurate. And even in Europe, places like Hungary and various other nations aren't adverse to a Trump government. We just don't know what it means. So we're going to be approaching America very tentatively.
But if I can just add something, as somebody who does travel a lot and does speak multiple languages, this victory confirms what many people around the world already have thought about the United States.
Yes, that's right.
That we, that we are ignorant, that we are racist, and that we live in a bubble where we think we're better than everybody else. So this is what it's confirming to them.
But that's
obviously,
what the people have confirmed.
Exactly.
This is what I
that's
don't
what I'm saying.
As a foreigner here, I've got to say, but that's what the people in this country have overwhelmingly said today. So we can't kind of come out and say, oh, you know, that's or have a disparaging kind of tone to that. That is what people have said. I just want to also draw you guys' attention to the fact what happened post-Brexit, to talk about kind of the fallout of what might happen if we have President Trump. I can't believe I said that on television. In Britain, according to the police, to the National Police Chiefs Council, hate crime rose by 58% in the weeks after 23rd.
Since Donald Trump started his campaign, hate groups in America have risen by 16%.
I'm reminded of Coates' sort of main theme in his book, and the fear that people of color have about losing their bodies. And I'm reminded of that. I'm getting text messages from people all over the country saying to me, I fear for my physical safety. I am afraid of what will happen to my children when they go to school tomorrow. I am afraid that this will move from simply internet bullying. And since we know with a Trump administration that he won't do anything with the Justice Department when it comes to these issues, this will be a concern. And I'll say this very quickly. I thought about this during this last administration with President Obama. You know, look, you know, Reconstruction was followed by Jim Crow. So, hey, that's American history. But the other thing is this. For every George Zimmerman, for every Ferguson, for every Baltimore, I just kept thinking to myself, gosh, how will this have looked under a President Romney? Well, now we're going to know. Because when these issues happen in the future, when this kind of civil unrest happens in the future, we will have President Trump very likely in charge, and the level of backlash and the resulting revolutionary behavior will be something that none of us have ever seen, and I don't think any of us are properly prepared for.
Yep. Amen.
So I guess Dan Merica, who is over at CNN, is reporting that Clinton campaign chair John Podesta has just left Hillary Clinton's hotel to come to the Javits Center solo. She is not coming. Hard to know exactly what that means. To the conversation that you were having that Nilüfer has inspired, there is now a hashtag that is trending, America is over. So clearly a lot of people beginning to process, Jason, some of the realities that you have just laid out, and a number of realities, right? I mean, we started talking earlier this evening, Gabby, about the undocumented community, about what this is going to mean for them. and about the fact that if, in fact, in Donald Trump's first 100 days in office, deportation is a priority, if Izzy is wrong and there is an appetite for that on Capitol Hill, there are 12 million people in this country, and that is not including some of their children who are citizens of the United States. That is not including the people that they go to church with. That is not including the people that they sit in class with. It is most of us, really, who will be touched in some way by that type of policy. We're talking about what people in other countries are waking up and thinking about America. I mean, what are those people who consider themselves Americans waking up and thinking about the country that they tried to call their home?
Pure fear. Pure fear and sadness, especially because they couldn't vote, and so they placed their, humanity and their futures in the hands of a population that not only rejected them, but rejecting them with hate. You already felt in the past 2 years. I mean, literally every person that I talk to when I'm in the field, right, is already scared of their kids going to school. Tomorrow it's validated.
All right, we're going to continue this conversation, especially once we confirm these results. But first, Mark